This is Meri at TheMeriAtelier, and this is Friday morning around 11:15, 11:20 in the morning. And I have some art that I want to get finished. Yes, I do. And so I thought that I would just do a little standalone video here. I've been working in my journal, and I'm going to work on some ATCs. I'm working on my postcards. I want to get them finished and stamped on the back so that I can send them out tomorrow. So we're going to work on that. Here's the stamp that I'm going to use. And I think I'll make tags out of this. This was the scrap from the paper that I cut off. So I think I'm going to make tags out of it, but not today. So I'm going to set that aside. And I want to work with this photo tinting just a little bit more. I'm going to experiment with some things here. So I'm learning about this. This is not a new technique by any means, but this is something fun that I think that I'm going to start doing. And this one I worked on yesterday. I'm not entirely happy with that. And this is one that I did prior to yesterday. And yes, I think I do like this one better. There's a lot less different colors. I mean, there's green, blue, pink, and yellow, but this is really has a lot of dominant color here. So I think I'm going to work. I have some ideas that I want to try on this one. So I'll go back in and work on this one a bit. And I'm going to work on my ATCs in here. So you'll see that. But the first thing that I want to do, is work on these postcards. I've been edging them. Let's see. I've got to get used to where the camera is here. I've been edging them with ink tints along the sides and the back. The back does have splatter on it, and I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to stamp them. I've got 5 of them finished and 3 to do, so I'm just going to get started right now. And I've been trying to use vibrant colors on here, like the blues and the reds and the, let's see, the rosy color here. And I found that if I use a lot of color on my brush, that it's a lot better here. So just put it on in there. That. Sometimes when I use color out of these ink tints, I do not get a lot of pigment on my brush because I want a light wash. But on these postcards, I want more pigment on my brush so that it'll stand out on the edges here. And I think that I will, let's do it this way maybe. Just like this. And if there's a fat line and a skinny line, that doesn't matter. This is just edging it. I have it skinnier in here because of the bird's head. And then I do try to do the side here like you would if you were inking it. Just like this, and maybe I can come in on the sides like that. No, I'm going to have to. Trying to hold it steady for you. I'll come back and do the back. Let's see. Let's take and put a little water in here. Use this as my water tray. brush in there. And this is just something fun to do. I do intend on mailing out all except for one of the postcards. I like to keep one example when I do ATCs and tags and cards and postcards, that type of thing. I like to keep one example for my own art journal. Let's put it like this and see if I can. A little bit of an unsteady hand there. And I will say these ink tints will dry sort of flat. They don't dry with a sheen. Sometimes in your watercolors and other pigments will have a sheen to them because they have a mixative in it, or a, I don't know, I call it a mixative. Like they'll have something like gum arabic or some sort of a medium in them that will help that pigment have just a little bit of a sheen. And but I don't think these ink tints do, because I notice they tend to dry just a little bit flat on the pages. But that's okay. I do like that. And I love that they're permanent. I like that. And I'm just kind of distressing the edges here with this color. I might go in with a little blue here, or maybe even a yellow would be fun. Let's try a orange yellow here and see what that does. Yeah, I'm liking that. So you're just seeing a little bit of my art on a Friday morning. I was watching Dee Dee Willingham came on, was showing her abandoned places pages, was showing what the page looked like before and after. I did not participate in the chat because I wasn't sure how long I was going to stay, but I did enjoy seeing her art. And then she was working on that fish. I didn't see the finish of the fish. I think she was going to reverse collage around it. She said black, but did she get that done? I don't know. I have to go back and check. Yeah, I'm liking this. I am liking this. Yeah. Let's do it. I guess I did here on the back. Let's do it again over here. Yeah, I like that. Set that aside to dry. And we've got two more here to do. I'll try to move along. Let's see. I think I'll take this bright blue. And my brush is a little dirty, but that's okay. Yeah. Train myself to reach for the little water that I put in here. So yes, I fully intend to send these postcards out. They will probably go out in tomorrow's mail because I am getting them to a point to where they can be mailed out. I've tried to keep my art on these very flat, so there's no bulk to the cards, nothing to cause them to get caught in any mailing machines or to be hand canceled or anything like that. They can just go regular mail. I don't know if the postcards, I would imagine if the cost of letters go up to 55 cents, then the postcard cost will probably also go up. But I was reading an article about that postage, and even though the cost of the postage on our first class letters go up, the charging for extra bulk in there actually went down. So if we send something like a card that may have an ATC in it or something, we actually may see it about the same price as we're paying now. Now, I'm just surmising that. They always charge me a bit extra at the post office because my letters, if it can fit in that little slot, it's okay. But I always put a tag or an ATC. I don't, if I use a lot of bulk, I use a manila envelope. But even on my regular envelopes, I end up paying just a little bit more. They know me. Now, if I put yellow on this, it'll turn it green. So I think I'm going to leave this maybe a darker blue in here. Let's try a darker blue. Yeah. And of course, we want to get the edges here. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's just do the edge quick. Like that. Okay. And let's flip it over and put some darker on this. Just kind of give it a little tonal value in there so it isn't just one flat color. Of course, it's got the little splatters on it. I could go in and splatter it after I write on it, but I think that I'll just leave it like this. It's art. There's that one. We got one more to go here. One more. And what shall I do? I feel like doing a green. Let's get out the green. I'm going to leave my water up here. You can't see it, but in there maybe. Let's do a green. A greenish teal. Whoops. See, I don't mind that happening. Yeah, I'm losing my water there. I'm going to have to push it back up again. Just fun to play with these. And I have to say, I think it's going to be fun to send them too. And I should be doing more of this type of art. Now, of course, I've used Tim Holtz collage paper on this. I'm really loving that collage paper. I hope he puts out some new papers this year, or they do. I'm saying it, yeah, it's Tim Holtz, it's Ideology. If I could get his attention ever, I'd give him some ideas. He's probably got plenty of ideas, but I would like to contribute mine. He doesn't know me from... And he's got a nice team around him, so I imagine he gets plenty of input. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to give him mine. I'm just talking. Let's get the edges here. I went to more of a darker gray color here. Give it a little tonal value. And let's go back to my blues over here. And my gray. That's just like that. Maybe I'll put this on first this time. I must have some medium there. It's repelling it right in here. I think I have all the edges there. This is the last one that I have to edge. I only had to edge 3 of them today. Sometimes when you're working on a series like postcards, that you get tired. You go, how many do I have left? And when you reach that point, I would say, just stop. Just stop. Go watch a YouTube video or do something, because you get to that point to where you're tired of doing it and then you mess it up. Now, the next thing I want to do is stamp. And I'm going to put these aside to dry a little more. Just let the edges dry. And these I did yesterday. I got 5 of them done. So I need to stamp here. But before I stamp, I need to make sure that my ink has a lot of ink on it. Did I get out my inks? Yes, I did. Right here. I'm not sure how juicy that is. I tried to keep it. I'm getting a paper, scrap paper to stamp off on here. I'll use this composition book. I just want to stamp see what kind of a stamp image I'm going to get off on this. I'll put it right here. I'm going to ink up my postcard here. Oh, of course, I drop it. And even if it's not perfect, that's okay. I just want it to have a fairly decent image on it. Let's see what I have here. A little blur there, but that's okay. Discard. What does that say? Discard hand stamped by. Oh, this card is hand stamped by. Okay, let's try one. I'm just going to put it right here, and hopefully, yeah, I'm hitting the camera with my head. Sorry about that. I'm standing up. Hopefully this will work. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I'll keep this one for me and do something else with the others. Write on them, I guess. This is the part that we really want to come off right in here. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good enough. I might move it up a little and in the corner, but that's fine. Let's keep going. Let's just stamp these so that now one of these is going to be scanned and sent to Linda McAllister via electronic email. Maybe that's the one that I'll keep for myself. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Let's move this up a little. Or maybe I'll just scan them all and let her have her choice. Oh, yeah, this is doing. I hope am I getting them right? Yeah, I am. Making sure that I'm getting them and have good placement. So this is kind of what I do during the day when I'm not live at 4:30. I did not go live at 4:30, but I put up my hand tinting video. Now, I'm a beginner. I'm a beginner, but I was sharing with you how much fun that I'm going to have with it, because that book that I got at the library had a majority of black and white photos in it. So, and that's an old art. And when I say reinventing it, I'm reinventing it in my world. It's been, but maybe reinventing altered books in my world. Now, Dee Dee paints those out with reverse collage. And this is a similar process, only I'm not using craft paint and all of that. Yeah. We'll get these done fairly fast here. I should probably make these videos shorter. I'm going on almost 24 minutes here. I should just shut this video off after I get these cards stamped, and then I will put up another video and make them shorter videos so that you won't have to sit there and watch a 4-hour video, because and these, of course, I'm doing this in real time. There's no fast forwarding here. I'm not fooling with that. So I have to tell you, I turned on not the new one that I got from Anne, not the new laptop that I got from Anne, but my old HP laptop that I refused to put online. I turned it on last night, and to my despair, the screen had been cracked. I don't know. I haven't been using it. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea. But it was cracked, so I can only see the right side of the screen. But everything on the computer seems to be there on the hard drive. So I think that I can connect up a monitor. So I'm looking for a monitor. Maybe they've got some computer repair stores around here, I can probably get a nice used monitor. Now I saw a monitor for $5 at our community college. They sell their old equipment, but it was VGA, and I don't think my PC even has a VGA monitor. I mean, connector to it. It's got Ethernet and it's got an HDMI. So, and even if you buy them brand new, they're not that expensive, but I don't see the sense in buying a brand new monitor. So that's going to be that, and fix my squeaky chair. I'm going to see if I can't find out where that squeak is happening. I know it's hard to fix a squeaky chair. You know, WD-40, blah, 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 blah. But the squeak always comes back. I'm not unhappy with the chair. It's comfortable, but it squeaks. So I'll see if I can fix it. But I'm going to keep my eye out on sales and garage sales, thrift stores. Sometimes, but usually a used chair probably has as many squeaks as my own does. One more, and then I think I'll shut down this video and start a new one with the other projects that I'm going to work on. You might see a series of standalone videos today. Some people like them, and I can understand that. A standalone video, when I'm doing a live stream and I'm chatting to people and everything, you kind of lose the art process because, you know, you're talking with people, and that's fine, but the standalone videos certainly have their place. Now this has, you know, look, it has little ink spots and that in it. You know what else I think I'll do before I do that? Let's test out my Penelope stamp. I would put Stephanie's Got Meri on it, but it's almost too big for these postcards. Let's test out Penelope here and see if I can't just kind of put her down in here on these cards. Yeah, now I have to sketch in her eye, but yeah, you know, I could do that in red ink. No, I think I'll stick with the black on these. If I do these in February, I will put red ink. All right, let's put Penelope on here. I might do that. Well, I could do it right in there, or I could do it right down in here too. Probably do it both places. Let's try it right in here. And if you're watching these videos, I have no problem with you going and sliding that bar to the end, or watch a few, slide it down into the middle, see how that turned out. And, you know, some of you like to sit and listen to videos while you're arting your own art. And the same way with the live streams. Yeah. And then I'll just write a message saying, have an artful day on these. That's the only thing that I want to put on them. Whoops. I tend to bump my camera with my head when I'm standing up. My head gets in the way, and I apologize for that. I've been going almost 30 minutes, but I want to get these finished. It's funny how just these few little things on there take half an hour or so. Now you know why I like to fast forward when I do process videos. I do like to fast forward my process videos because you all know how to stamp. And once you do one, you got it down. I mean, once I do one, you go, oh, she's doing process. You know, she's stamping her postcards. I'm going to stamp there too. But when I'm just doing a sort of like an unlisted on YouTube, I'm not going to download it and fast forward this part. You can just, if you're bored, you can slide on to the end. Got 3 more here. Now I think I'll put this one. No, I think it seems to be working in here. Yeah. I've got wax paper. I put drop paper down, then I put wax paper down to protect my drop paper. I'm thinking that I need to get some, you can't see it underneath here, but it's pretty messy drop paper. I need to put some more. That came out nice. I need to put some more. Yeah, I put my stamp too far away there. Some clean drop paper on my desk. There we go. And one more. It seems to be fitting down there for me. Let's put it right in here. I am tempted to put first class postage on here, a pretty stamp. Postage is going up, up, up. Oh, no, I got a couple more. I got one more here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One more. One more. No, I got it there. All right. So now the only thing that I want to do, sorry to bore you. Sorry to bore you. I have one more thing that I want to do. And I need to find my, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I'm reaching. I'm reaching. Here, a Sharpie pen. Now you're going to hear a squeak because I'm going to sit down. Oh, you didn't hear the squeak. This postcard is kind of down a little. I might keep this one for myself. But I have to go in there and sketch in her eye. And what I like to do is give her flirty eyes, and then I enhance her lips. I might keep this one for me because it's kind of down. These others have a better placement. And now I've noticed on this camera too that, I don't know, it just seems sometimes the sound, my microphone is the Logitech. I'm using the microphone off of my camera. I was hoping the sound on that, when I use my phone, it skips. I don't know if it's the inflection of my voice, that sometimes I talk loud, and sometimes when I'm moving things, I'll have a skip in the audio. Like I want to say 27, and all that comes out is 7. My 20 kind of gets, or I'll be saying somebody's name. I'll be pronouncing somebody's name, and it just doesn't come across. And I don't know. A little disappointed in that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to sign it here for your benefit. And then I'm going to print the Meri Atelier. I'll do it on this one. And then I think I'll come in and, well, here, let's get out a pen. Let's get out one of these. Do I have one out here? Yes, I do. Let's get out one of these Pen Plus gear. This is a new one, so it should be working fine. And let's just write, and then I'll come back in with their name. Now I'm just going to print have an art, and then I'm going to F-U-L-L, an artful day. Let's go ahead and do that on these. Oh, since I have my hand with this one, let's just get it done. Have an art, and then it's F-U-L-L, like have a full day of art. And then I'll come back in and put my signature on there. Have an art, full, F-U-L-L, a full day of art. I should be making more of these postcards this year and sending out more. Have an, because this is something that I can do and do several of them. Have an artful day and do a set a month or a set every couple weeks. Have an art. And I've been having days full of art lately. I'm going to get things done. This one turned out nice. The little birdie here, his head is still there, but he's right up here in the corner. Have an art, a full day of art. Day. And two more. Have and if this is boring you, skip to the end. Doesn't bother me. I'm just going to go ahead and finish these. And then I'll move on. See, I got the little gal over here on this one. Little gal, Penelope. Have an art full day. Okay, now what I want to do is come in here and sign them. And I'm using my Sharpie pen, so. And then the Meri, A-T-E-L-I-E-R. I really need a better Sharpie, but I'm not going to dig it out. This is good enough. And I should date these. Let's see. I think I'll date them tomorrow. Today's the 20. Let's date it up here. January 26th is tomorrow. Got a line there. It'll be a comma. January 26th. Now I have to send these out tomorrow. I committed myself to January 26th. I've got to dress them though. I think I've used this pen, this Sharpie on wet media, and it's just a little scratchy. One of these I'm keeping for myself. Whoops, I want to write the Meri. I almost put the date down here again. The Meri Abrams. The Meri Abrams. Meridel Abrams. You know, I was named out of a Red Book magazine. If you're curious about where I got the name Meridel, my mother told me she was in the hospital waiting for my arrival. Let's address this. And she said she was reading a story in the Red Book magazine. And I've tried to find that story, and I'm wondering if she didn't see the author's name. Because there is a Meridel who was a child's author around that time. And I've asked her how the story ended, and she told me she didn't know because, look, I put the Meridel Abrams on there. I put the Meridel Abrams. Whoever gets this one is going to get a chuckle. I might have to keep this one for myself. The Meridel Abrams. I'm trying to do too many things here. I'm telling you the story of how I got my name, TheMeriAtelier. And she said it was a 2-part story, and she didn't know how it ended. So I tried to find that story, and I can't find it. And I thought, well, I'm thinking I found the author that has the same name, and I'm thinking she saw the author. She was this Meridel L-E-S-E, something like that. She wrote children's stories around that year that I was born. All right, I'm finished with these. So all I have to do is figure out exactly who I'm sending them to. I know Linda's going to get one, but I'm scanning hers. So that means I want to keep one for myself. So that means I have 7 that I can send out. Now I know Beetle Chick will get one. So there's 2. I have 8 to send out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there they are. Isn't that fun? Aren't these just fun? Yeah. There we go. So I've been going about 45 minutes. I have some more that I want to do, but I'm going to end this video and start another one when I work on another project. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.